I'm gonna say right now, Tesla is so bad right now. It needs a boost because this tower is overpriced. The crowd control is, or as a matter of fact, crowd eliminator from that one video, well, it's technically both, is not very good. Yeah, like it's overpriced. It only has placement of 2. The stuns are subpar at best. They quite fundamentally made Tesla very mediocre right now. It needs a boost. I'm gonna explain why. So first things first, you know this. It costs $2,000 and has this box thing. It's huge. I don't mind that. It makes sense. Uh, this tower has 15 damage and it has I think it has 16.5, 17 range, and it stuns every 0.15 seconds with 12 range and 3 max hits. It has good detection, has lead and flying, so it can hit 3 enemies. This is good on base level because it has under 100 cost efficiency from the max 3 hitting, and it has fine stalling from the ratio of fire rate to stun. Now, this one's also a good upgrade. It has increased its stun by almost 50%, and max hits is increased by almost more than 50%, and damage is increased just a little bit. So it's gonna do decent, good crowd control for the price you're paying. Self-sustained battery is, I mean, it's not the worst upgrade in the world. If you're trying to use this for like maybe to handle something like slow boss, because it does have the ability to like just do like 20 of normal. Yeah, because this thing, how it works is that it builds up from the amount of enemies it hits, and it'll smite down, which is pretty nice. Yeah, this one's alright, I guess. If you need single damage from this, it will mostly hit 5 enemies at a time, so it's fine. Next upgrade, it just gets slightly faster. It costs so much money. Smite damage is increased by slightly a little bit. Smite radius is increased by 0.5, and meter is now decreased to 4, and now has 6 max hits. So yeah, it's not horrible, but I wouldn't get this upgrade for a single DPS. If you want it, I guess go for it. This one I think is more so the same, honestly. It costs like a lot more than it, but I think it's alright too. So it has 2. So if we account the fact that it's from its smite damage, this is from its according to this. You actually multiply it by 4 because if you hit like at least like 4 enemies, that just becomes standard damage. So it's 85 divided by 1.4 is its single DPS. That's actually how it works. Now it has these stats right now. It's alright. This upgrade is really not worth it in my opinion. It costs 44k, and it just gives you slightly more range, slightly faster, and it does 140 damage, which sounds good on paper, but you're gonna have to watch out. The radius is increased by a lot. Meter amount is now 3, and it now has 8 max hits and stuns a little bit better. Now it does get a slight, pretty good stun buff because it just doesn't count for the shock stun too. It also accounts the fire rate, because like if you have faster fire rate, that means like you'll stun more potent. So we're gonna get that upgrade. The problem I have, this is the problem I have. So it costs 75. First off, you see, it costs 75k dollars, and well, it's just not worth it. I mean, at best, it'll at least like kill like, I don't know, like maybe 20 slow boss for that much money. And its time duration is, well, I mean, considering that this is probably supposed to be, this tower is supposed to be the TDS's stun crowd control, it's kind of mediocre at it. And it only has 2 placement limits, so you can only like abuse the stun by just a little bit, because it has a very small placement. And again, you're paying $75,000 for this. It's just not worth it. And in late game, because like there's a lot of crowd control enemies, and with a lot of stun immunity, yeah, the stun doesn't really make it that much of a difference. we did defeat it right there, but like Archer cost like here's the thing, Archer costs like it's like it costs like 5 times less, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it costs 5 times less than the price of a Tesla, and it's way better because most of its damage comes from bouncing arrows, which have the same max hits from the fire arrows and has 40 DPS. This thing does more than half of its damage, and it costs 75k. I guess its damage comes from smite, but like that's not really good. That's not really good. How do I if we compare it to another, Electric Shocker has lead hidden detection, while this has flying and lead. Now, which one you think is better is up to you. But in terms of stat-wise, obviously, Tesla has way better range. This has like damage from the DPS, but this costs way more than way less than Tesla does. So yeah. But the stun is just is a lot worse because like the fire rate is like twice slower and it's just a tiny bit less shock time value. So yeah. Now as for mortar, while it doesn't have any chain damage or stun, the thing it makes up is just being a really strong tower in general. Combined, this has 180 DPS and is way cheaper than getting a Tesla, by the way. And it has it has better radius, so you can account that for that too, with stun immune too. And it has like twice the limit as Tesla does, which is embarrassing, honestly. So how do you make Tesla better? Well, this is my personal opinion. At max level, first off, give it a 3 placement limit, and then as for this, you just half its damage, but make it shoot 0.85 seconds instead of just 10 damage. Now, this might sound enough in terms of power-wise, but really, you're getting the damage mostly from Smite, and it actually makes the chain a lot better if you include with, like, now it has 3 Teslas. This makes it, like, able to do against Fallen Giants pretty well. You can, like, 0.5 seconds. And then, yeah. And then I think I'll also just make it cheaper by $10,000. That just seems a little too much. Mostly, that's the problem. It's just it has bad stats for its price. And, yeah, see? It's a lot better if it had this. Because it only has 2 placement limit, so you can't really work with much here. And that, well, its smite damage previously was mediocre because it only has 1.2 fire rate, so you really can't do that much damage to most things, even as a crowd control tower. Yeah, this just makes it a lot better. And it makes it like, yeah, just way better. And because like if we just do this and then we revert the damage stats back, so 20 and 1.2 fire rate, this is how it performs. So Fallen Giants against 20 bloated of this, yeah, it's doing way worse. Not only does it have way less smite DPS from the fire rate, it also just only has 2 Teslas, so you really won't do much damage. Yeah, this is mediocre. This is bad. This is so bad. Like, for God forbid for bait, let me compare it just like, let me get like 5 archers, 6 archers. Actually, let's do 7 archers. It's like, this is like 5 times cheaper. Against 20 enemies. So this is how much damage it's doing. Versus Tesla. We placed 2 Teslas versus 7 archers. This tower's a lot stronger. So yeah, that's why. I think Tesla should get some small boost, mainly in max level. Give it 3 placements instead of just 2, and then your fire rate can half the damage and just decrease its fire rate to 0.85 seconds. That's in my personal opinion with Tesla. It needs fixes because it's not a good tower right now.